Carlos, when he started growing up, was very happy and he was very hyper. He had a lot of energy. Carlos found boxing when he was about 7 years old. He used to get into trouble at school. Other kids would pick on him, and I think he fought with 2 different kids on 2 different occasions. I noticed that Carlos was good at boxing. He was a natural fighter because on the first day he got into the gym, he could do everything naturally. Carlos was very energetic. We took him to the gym because of discipline issues, but we had no idea that he would fall in love with the sport. Since day one, he just fell in love with it and always wanted to go back to the gym. Growing up in Santa was a little hard because we always had to deal with fighting and tough situations. We weren't necessarily poor, but we missed out on a lot of things, and we were often short on money. That's one of the reasons we had so many people living with us. My dad had to sell his car, and my grandpa even sold his watch once to give us a little money so we could go to a tournament. Little things like that stay in the back of your mind, and I don't think I'll ever forget them. Family has been very, very supportive. They've always really stuck by my side through the good and the bad. They've always motivated me and helped me become a better fighter. When we were kids, my mom stepped out of our lives, so she wasn't really there for us. She didn't get to see everything. But my grandmother has always been our #1 supporter. Just me, my brother, and my grandma. I don't really see Carlos as anything too special, he's just my brother. I'm very close to him, so everything is like any other siblings. We fight, we mess around, it's normal. Honestly, it feels like a blessing. I never expected boxing to take us to the places we've been. The day I got the call, I was actually in my living room. I was on my way to my dad's workplace to drop off food when I called him and said, "Dad, I've got some crazy news. I'm about to show up at your office right now." He said, "All right." So I showed up and told him, "Dad, I qualified for the World Series of Boxing." I explained how it happened and he said, "No, you're lying." My aunt was there too, and then my mom started crying. My dad started crying. It spread like a virus. Everyone was just really happy. I'm very proud of him, especially considering our background and where we came from. When we came from Mexico, we had to run away because of everything that was happening there. We had to leave our own country. He started traveling with Team USA when he was 16, and all that experience, he's really going to need it. I'm pretty sure that by this time, Carlos has already gained a lot of international experience. There's no question or doubt in my mind that he will win a medal. I've noticed that in every fight, he's improving a lot. You can really see it. This is one of those moments where you don't care about anything else. All eyes are on the United States, especially because they fell short in 2012 and because of everything that's been going on. I feel like we have a strong team and we have a lot to prove. But it's not impossible. It's been done before. Time will tell. It's all about working hard and staying close to God. Nothing is impossible. Lots of fun things to do. Santa Maria High School senior Karlos Balderas is a rising star in American boxing. The 18-year-old has just earned a spot in the U.S. Olympic trials and will soon showcase his talent far away from the Central Coast. Case-wise, Dave Alley has the hard-hitting story. Karlos Balderas really packs a punch, and his boxing ability is a big hit. Chapter 2, Olympic Boxing Hopeful, Santa Maria. I'm just a couple of fights away from making my dream a reality. That dream is to fight in the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. I've got 7 fights to go, and if I win 5 out of those 7, then my spot in the Olympics is secured. These 7 fights, across 7 different countries, are part of a 6-month-long Olympic qualification process. I'm really close. I just have to keep working hard and stay humble because a lot of people at this stage think it's okay to slack a little bit. There is no slacking whatsoever in Karlos Balderas. That's why his success is no accident. He has been training since he was 7 years old, and he has won many titles. Chapter 3, Zenon Balderas, Karlos' father. Pretty much everything. He never really had toys. These were his toys: boxing gloves. Balancing a world-class international amateur boxing career with school certainly isn't easy, but just like he does in the ring, Karlos Balderas gets it done and comes out on top. I wake up before school, train, and then I go. Chapter 4, Dave Alley, Santa Maria. I go to school, and when I come back, I rest and then train again. School helps me out a lot. They give me permission to leave, and they've been very supportive. Nice job, Karlos Balderas. With the support of his family, friends, and hometown of Santa Maria, Karlos Balderas is ready to knock out the competition and turn this ring into the Olympic rings. Dave Alley, KI12, Central Coast News. What was that you were just saying? I said he looks legit. Karlos Balderas has a bright future ahead of him. It'll be fun to watch him. Richard, what about your win, man? I feel good. I'm feeling relaxed. It was my first day going rounds, but like I said, it wasn't going to go the distance. Even though a lot of these fighters are facing opponents with similar records, I'm facing fighters with much more experience, and I showed you what I can do. It's just a matter of time before I become world champion. Remember what they call me, Mr. No Hype Needed. No hype is needed. Hype is for C-class fighters. The killer, Karlos Balderas, yeah, that's my name. Did you feel like tonight was a statement, being that it was on national television? Yeah, I felt like I needed to make a statement because my last fight was supposed to be on TV, but my people missed out. So I felt like I had to give them a little more this time, and I think we did that. My next fight is going to be even better, just wait on it. Remember, hype is for B- fighters. This is an A+ fighter, so no hype is needed. It's funny you talk about hype. Do you feel like you've been overlooked at all, being that you're an Olympian? Definitely, I've been overlooked, but it doesn't matter. That's their problem, not mine. I'm going to stay focused and keep taking these fighters one at a time. Before you know it, I'll be world champion. Do you think you'll be one of the faces of boxing in the future? No doubt, I am the face of boxing. There are a lot of fighters with less skill who get overhyped and receive a lot of exposure. Karlos Balderas has great talent and great skills. You saw it tonight, and he still doesn't get the recognition or exposure he deserves. But we're coming. We're coming. First of all, congratulations, you looked very good out there. If it's up to you, how many more fights can you get in by the end of the year? Maybe a fight for a regional title? Very soon, the title is going to come really soon. Look, this isn't a sprint. We have our time, so just be patient. It's going to happen sooner rather than later. He's going to be a world champion, trust me. Later, I should be fighting again within the next couple of months. I'll probably fight 2 or 3 more times before the year is over. By the beginning of 2020, I should already be fighting 10-round bouts. After that, well, time will tell. But I'm ready for whatever. Richard, can you give us your thoughts real quick? Everyone is different, but he looks like someone like Joe Joyce, who's going to be fighting for a heavyweight title soon. I think with Karlos Balderas, we're going to be very opportunistic. He will be ready, but there's no rush. After the Olympics, I sat down with the family, and we all agreed, this is not a sprint, as David said. This is about building, learning, and being ready when you reach those world title fights. If you rush too early and don't build that foundation, you'll feel it when you step into a big fight. I want to make sure that Karlos Balderas has that foundation. He has amazing amateur talent, an incredible record, national titles, international titles, and Olympic experience. Now, as a professional, there's a process. If you look at today's champions, I'd say about 75%, whether it's Keith Thurman, Abner Mares, Leo Santa Cruz, Deontay Wilder, Sean Porter, or Danny Garcia, I've helped build those fighters. We know how to build champions, and I can assure you that he will become a world champion, a multi-time world champion. There's no rush. Many people talk about the total package. He is the total package. He has the looks. You saw the fans, they were excited to see him. This is his hometown and he has the skills. He truly is the complete package. Richard, you've built stars in the past. He's the biggest Mexican-American star since Oscar de la Hoya and Fernando Vargas. Do you think this kid could reach that same level? There's always someone emerging in Mexican and Mexican-American boxing. Community, someone who carries the flag and the banner of being that legendary Mexican champion. I have zero doubt that Karlos Balderas will be that champion. Let me answer your question in more depth. Look, Karlos Balderas is ready for a world title right now. You should recognize that. However, it's not just about winning a title, it's about keeping that title and defending it for many years. That's the real goal. He's ready for a world title, no doubt about it. He's not only an Olympian, but he was a strong Olympian. He made it far. You saw that fight. What happened with that Cuban fighter? He dropped him twice, but they had already decided their winner. That's what happened in that fight. Alright, any other questions for Karlos Balderas? David asked, how do you feel about possibly becoming a star like Oscar de la Hoya, Fernando Vargas, or even Mikey Garcia for Mexican-American boxing? Yeah, I believe I have all the assets and all the tools to become the next great Mexican fighter, the next face of boxing. Look at Canelo Alvarez. He doesn't even speak English, you know what I'm saying? I speak both English and Spanish fluently. I've got the looks, the height, the weight, and I'm ready to take on the world. I can assure you, more people saw Karlos Balderas tonight on FS1 than they've seen before. How did you feel about your skills tonight? We know you like that left hook to the body. Can you break down how you felt technically in there? I felt really good. I felt very relaxed. Like I was telling Richard in my first pro debut, I only went one round, but I was over-anxious and still felt tired within that first round. Tonight, I went 4 rounds and I felt very relaxed and composed. I could have easily gone 8 rounds. In my last sparring session, I did 13 rounds. I'd like to thank my boy Ivan Franco from Florida. He's like a brother to me. We've also got a bunch of other professionals in Santa Maria. So after going 13 rounds in sparring, I would have been ready for more. A world title could come at any time, but it's just a matter of time, like we said. Thank you guys.